just put it back together. Putting it back together is just do all these steps, but flip them around basically. And make sure not to forget to plug in any wires. If you do, something's not going to work correctly. And be very, very gentle because computer parts are expensive. They're not cheap. Don't mess up. Okay, let's get this back together somehow. I'll probably make 2 separate videos. One video showing how to disassemble and one on how to reassemble. What the heck is holding this thing down? Oh my god, this is pissing me off. Interesting. Yes, something is not letting me push this thing down, so I'll have to figure out what that is. Interesting, nothing. Alright. Maybe it would be easier if I removed this, but anyway. This is so annoying. Oh, here we go. Alright, got that side down. And make sure to pull up every single cable that's underneath the motherboard. So there's one cable here, one here. This cable is right here. The red cable, where'd you go? Up here. Ribbon cable, don't forget that. It's right here. And it goes it, right? Yeah. So, just gonna press the board back down again, and once it fits into place, all you gotta do is just hook it back up and unscrew back the screws, alright? I'm trying to light here, that'll probably help a bit. Alright, this blue and white cable goes back into this little plug right up here. So basically I'm just going to stick that in. And it's very, very small, so be careful. Don't break it, don't force it. Just do it steady. Slowly push it in until it won't go in any further. Then you should be good to go. Next cable over here is the mic. It's labeled as MIC, so it's the mic. Just stick that cable in as well. Alright. Next cable is this red and black one right here. That goes in right here. Stick that in as well. Alright. Next cable is a display cable, just right up here. Slide that in as well. Why is this cable so short? Oh well. Make sure you line it up properly before you slide it in. Okay, this thing is not letting me. Alright, there we go. Alright, that cable's in. This ribbon cable. Make sure the lock tabs are out. Stick this cable in. So push slide this cable as far as it will go. So basically just straightening out this cable. Just push, and then it'll go all the way in. Take the lock tabs and push them back into their locked and closed position. I'm going to do another scan of this just to make sure I got everything in. So there's this cable here, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Am I missing a cable? I don't know. We'll find out later. Take your CD drive right here. Just stick it right here. And slide it back into place, right? Okay. We'll screw that thing in later on. We're reattaching the screws for the back side. Now take your screwdriver again and replace the motherboard screw. So there's 1 screw, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take this first one, stick that in. If I remember, it was right about here, correct? I think so. Yep. Now don't screw it in too tight as well, because you're screwing right into plastic as well as a motherboard, so just screw it until it doesn't go in anymore. Alright, that one's in. Next one, right here. And the larger one goes in this spot right here. And one more in the upper corner, right up here. This computer is pretty much brand new, so there's no dust inside, so I don't need to clean it. If you need to clean it, just take a air can or compressed air like this, and then just spray it. Just pull the trigger really fast, then blow out the dust. Take the card cover, stick it back in. It goes underneath this black thing. Stick it in like that. Now back to the cover, the palm rest. You're going to take this palm rest and place it back in. Placing it back in is easier than taking it off, so good thing for anyone watching this video. All you gotta do is just stick it right where it would fit, basically, and just press down on it. So the front, just press down until it clicks. One. I think there's one right. Oh, maybe 2 of them snap at the same time. 1 right here. 2, 3, and go work your way around the laptop, pushing it down. Okay. On right side. Alright, the top you don't need to worry about because that'll be last anyway. Just gonna do one last check, make sure this whole thing is covered and closed up. Yep. Next, connect these 2 ribbon cables. I hate doing these. Alright, so stick this cable back in also. Make sure it goes in all the way. Maybe use a flat screwdriver to help you because this cable is very tiny. Oh my gosh. Here we go. I think that's how far it will go, right? If you need to, take an even smaller one. Try pushing it in. Okay, and then Since the screwdriver is going to hold it in, I'm going to push down the lock tabs on both sides. So it's 1 and 2. Push them in, which is this direction. Alright, you'll find out if it works or not. If your mouse pad, touchpad, and buttons work, then this cable is okay. If your mouse does not move the arrow or anything, you might want to check this cable. This one should be your power button, I'm pretty sure. If it's not, then we'll find out once again. Alright, stick this cable back in. I do not like how they designed it. Come on. Alright, that cable's in. Pull down the black tabs so they go this direction. And this cable was bent, I think, like this. So keep it like that. Once again, this cable is plugged in. We're good. That's in. Yep. Alright, now your keyboard. Keyboard has a longer cable like this, so just set it down. Take this cable and be very careful by sticking it in towards you, and make sure the whole entire blue section is in all the way. There's also this little blue plastic piece on the back to help you push in, because this part of the cable is thicker than the rest of it. So pushing on the blue part on the bottom will help you push it in as well. Okay, that's in. Pull these white tabs that way to lock the cable into place. Alright, now we're good. One last check of the palm rest by pushing down, making sure it's in. Hope it is. Alright, now take the keyboard, slide the bottom part in first because there's little legs right here. And then for the top and sides, just push down. And the lock tabs on the top will slide back down again. Alright, now you're going to go over each button that's up here and make sure the lock tabs are in place. So this one is in place. This one's in place. This one is in place. That one, yep. That one's in place, and that last one is in place. Alright. Now what you're going to do is just push down on this keyboard as well as the plastic palm rest. Make sure it's all in. We're good. Close that up. Flip this laptop around again, and I'm going to use the microfiber pad to keep the top cover from scratches. And now back to these screws again, and as well as the parts. So I'm going to take the hard drive right here. This is the top, this is the bottom. Make sure you place it in all the way to the left. Stick it down, and then take two fingers, one in this gray piece, one over here, and move it in this direction, okay? Just slide it in until it clicks, and you're good. Take this white clear tab, just slide it back underneath like so. Alright, and now take this wireless card right here, this label, move it back up. You're going to stick it in at a 45-degree angle. Hold the sides of it, stick that in. Alright, 45-degree angle. Get your screwdriver and the screw for the Wi-Fi card ready. Press down and screw it into place. Alright, now you're going to take this antenna cable, plug that into this plug right here where you took it out from, not that one. Some laptops have two, this only has one. So alright, that clicked into place, and now take this wire and clip it with this wire holder, I guess you want to call that. Alright, now take your memory. This is a 4 GB card. It's strange because usually they put 2 and 2 to make 4, but this laptop has 1 card and it's 4. Anyway, you can take this card and place it back into the laptop. So stick it in at a 45-degree angle and then press down the corners. Alright, use 2 fingers until it clicks into place. Alright, now you're going to take the screws that are labeled down here basically and screw them back in. So these are the M2.5 by 5 screws, and those go right here. Screw that in. This one also. This one up here. Don't screw it in too tight, just enough to make sure it's tight, but not too tight. So, all right, this up here. And there is another screw here. Once you get these screws that are inside the cover all done, you can take the cover right here, and I'm going to take these screws back out that I placed inside the cover. The bottom part has lock tabs as well, so just stick it in and then press down on all corners and sides of the cover. Now, this cover is the hardest part. I don't know why they do that. Okay, so basically make sure the bottom's in, press down this bottom corner, and then the top part and the sides just push down. That's in. This side, press down, and then the middle, press down. Take your screws, screw them back into their places. Okay. This one also. Alright. Now I'm going to screw in the rest of these. Okay. grab the smaller screwdriver and then do the M2 screws that are inside the battery compartment. It's easier for you to see. Okay. And last screw. Okay, as you can see, this screw placement paper is empty now. So that's a good way to keep track of which screws go where for this laptop. Now, last thing I put in is the battery and hope that you connected everything properly and that it turns on. Alright, so flip it back around, open it up, and press the power button. If it boots up, you should be fine. This one is booting up, but this laptop is not the 13U model. Once again, I said this is the 27U. And this is the one equipped with Windows 8. So, once this thing turns on, hopefully this mouse pad right here works. It works because I can move it. And there you go. That's how you disassemble a Gateway NE56R series laptop. So I'm not going to say the number because everything is the same for every model that's NE56R. Does not matter what number it is at the end of it. As long as NE56R, the process of taking apart the laptop is the same. Great. Thanks for watching.